Hey everyone, it's Carolyn Edlund, and I want to talk about a subject today that is a pretty sore subject, actually, with a lot of artists, and it involves their follow-up to closing a sale. I know that so many of you have almost made sales, or you think you have a customer, or something goes wrong, or you're afraid to approach someone who's mentioned that they're interested in your work because it can be hard to follow up. If this is something that's happened to you, don't feel bad. Why? Because actually, professional salespeople have problems with follow ups too. That's one of their biggest flaws, and that's one of the things that they need to work to overcome. So if you haven't followed up in the past, then let it go. But I'm going to encourage you to start thinking right now about how you can take advantage of following up. So you might have had a conversation with someone. You might have heard from them from email, or maybe they've made a comment on your social media. Maybe they just liked something that you did, or it's a friend of a friend. How are you going to get back to them without being embarrassed or without feeling like you're some kind of a pushy salesman who's forcing yourself on someone? Well, first of all, no, most people love art. Most people are fascinated by artists and they're interested in knowing the artist. So you're not going to be forcing yourself on someone by having a conversation about your work. If someone makes a comment, you might say something like, "Thank you. I have more art on my website. I'd love for you to visit it. Please go to this to the link to my site here and become a subscriber so that I can send you more work when it's available." That would be permission-based marketing, and if people want to subscribe, they certainly can. Or let's say someone said, I'm thinking about a commission and I kind of like your work. Why not give them a phone call? I just want to revisit the conversation or the comment that you made. If you're interested in this commission still, I actually have some time coming up in my schedule. And if it's something that you'd like to discuss, why don't we go over what this might look like for you, or what do you actually want? And then listen to what they have in mind. Or if it's someone who said they were going to buy and they didn't, just send a quick email reminder or even a note if you know them, if there's someone local. Or message them on Instagram, Facebook, wherever on social media. Send them something that just says, "I know you're interested in my work. Thank you for being a fan. I want to show you something that's new," or "Here's a reminder of what you were looking at. Just wanting to let you know that it's still available." You don't have to be pushy, but those kind of reminders can make all the difference. In fact, I want you to think, just in your life, have you ever followed up on anything and it made an astronomical difference in your life? Well, it has happened to me a couple of times. Back in the day, I was dating someone, and we went out a few times, and he asked me out again for the following weekend. And I said, "I'm really sorry, but I have a previous commitment. I can't go out with you this weekend, but I'd like to go out another time." And he said, "Fine." And then he didn't call me. And a week went by, and I thought, what's going on with him? I called him up and I said, "I thought you were going to reach out to me again. I thought you were going to call me." He said, "Oh, yeah, let's go out again." Well, we've been married for 39 years. And if I hadn't made that phone call, he would have never called me again. So I know how valuable follow up can be. And I'm sure that there are examples that you have, that something that happened where you went back again to just give it another try, and it turned out to be the best thing you could have possibly done. So I have a question for you right now. I want you to look at where you are at this moment in your art business. Are there any loose ends that are hanging around? Maybe there was someone that has a gallery that said, "Oh, yeah, I'd love to actually have a show of your work." Or maybe there's someone who said, "Yeah, I want to interview you for something," or "I'd like to put you in an article," or "Yeah, I'd like to refer you to a friend of mine." But then they never did it. What are those things, even if they are months old, that you can think of that are still opportunities, connections, or sales that you can make happen by reaching out to those people right now, this week, and making it a priority. Because if you're in the business of art, selling is at the very top of your list. So you want to be able to close sales, and those would be low-hanging fruit as far as prospective sales or opportunities. So I want you to make an effort this week to send that follow-up email, even if it's 3 months late. Just wanted to remind you of our conversation. Are you still interested in this? I was just thinking about you the other day. Can we talk again? And then plan what you are going to do when that person says yes. Because if you make it a regular habit to follow up, you will hear the word yes. It's true that most people will not buy from you. It's true that you're not going to close every opportunity. But if you don't follow up, you are leaving so many things on the table. So make a promise to yourself that you'll follow up this week and let me know in the comments below what happens.